happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. I ain't happen. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Oh yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Shadow the Hedgehog. I just decided to make a reference to one of my favorite songs of all time. From one of my favorite bands of all time. If you don't know the song or the band, well, you need to get yourself educated and engrossed in culture, okay? Anyways, last time on Shadow the Hedgehog, we took care of the neutral path, which was a very short episode. And I like that sometimes. But we're gonna trend back towards the longer side of things because today we're taking care of the SemiHero path, or rather, a potential SemiHero path that can be done. Which means we're eventually gonna find ourselves at the SemiHero Stage 6, which you have to wait and see what that is. An interesting observation about most SemiHero paths that the player can take is that it's possible, and indeed pretty likely, that you'll run into each of three members of Team Chaotix. Now, you already know that Charmy's in Prison Island because if you've been watching this Let's Play, you've already seen me run into Charmy twice prior to this. The Dark mission and the Neutral mission, as it were. We're doing the Hero mission this time around, obviously. So, which involves collecting the 5 data discs, which, I want to say this is the longest mission of the 3, but not by much. Honestly, Prison Island, for all things considered, is one of the few levels in Shadow the Hedgehog where I think every mission is tolerable to one degree or another. I can't say the same about Charmy the Bee himself, because the character is rather annoyingly voiced during the so-called Dark Age of Sonic. In other words, the Sonic X voice acting era. I gotta be honest though. I mean, I like Dan Green as Knuckles only because it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh anime. But like Jason Griffith as Sonic, I'm not super crazy about it. I've always been preferential to Ryan Drummond's performance of Sonic in the adventure games. I will say that Jason Griffith as Shadow, though, is almost as good as David Humphrey as Shadow from Sonic Adventure 2. Like, it's a much smaller quality gap, in my opinion. And the way Jason Griffith hands it up in this game in particular, well, yeah, it kind of makes it probably unintentionally hilarious, but still hilarious nonetheless. Trying to make Shadow sound way edgier than he really is. Because, yeah, you could tell that this was a time when Sega was probably a little bit lost. Which is weird, because it seems like during these few years, around the time of Shadow and Sonic 06 and all that stuff, it seemed like Sega was more lost than they were the first couple years they went third party. Because first couple years they went third party, they made some decent decisions like, oh, let's port the entire Sonic Genesis library to GameCube, and then later to PS2 and Xbox. Call it the Sonic Mega Collection. Oh man, great idea. That wasn't sarcastic, by the way. I legitimately think that's a great idea. I don't want people to get the wrong impression. And, okay, let's port over the latest Sonic game as the first game, Sonic Adventure 2, and we'll call it Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Okay, good idea. They did the Mega Collection after that. And then they're like, okay, let's remaster the original Sonic Adventure. Give it all new models and all that good stuff. While they did give it new models, apparently they may have introduced a couple more glitches than the Dreamcast version, but at least it runs in 60 frames per second, so it's definitely a give and take kind of situation. I actually played the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure first. When I got to Sonic Adventure DX, it was a few years after I had played the original, and honestly, I never really noticed the glitches, so even to this day I kind of noticed them, but I'm just like, I don't care. I consider Sonic Adventure DX better just because it's on GameCube.
Got 'em! All of them!
Once I've got all the Chaos Emeralds, then I'll know the truth. Perfect.
Aren't you done yet? At this rate, the entire day will be wasted!
Yeah! Whole day wasted!
Hey, back off. Data retrieval isn't exactly my specialty.
Let me do it then!
Stop bugging him, Charmy!
I wanna try! Let me try! Let me try!
An assassin?
Well, well, if it isn't Shadow! Your timing is impeccable! You know that Eggman fella pretty well, don't ya? Well, we need your help to hack into his computer. Don't ask why, and we don't have any more time to waste!
Well, what a coincidence. I'd like to know what the good old doctor's up to as well.
Whoa! This may be the big case! Espio, we're counting on you!
Roger that.
So how about Vector's voice, huh? Oh god, that's gonna be a whole can of worms that we're gonna open back up when we get to the stage 6, because Vector is your partner now, and obviously Espio is your partner here in Mad Matrix, which is very similar to Digital Circuit. I will say that I like Mad Matrix a little more than Digital Circuit, not necessarily because of the missions, because the missions in here, except for the neutral mission, are all pretty stinking long. Thankfully, we're doing the neutral mission for the Let's Play. I did the hero mission for the second pass, and the dark mission, oh boy. Well, you're probably wondering, Leslie, what do the hero and the dark missions entail if you're that hung up on them? Well, let me tell you. The hero mission is not that big of a step up over the neutral. The neutral mission, you have to go to the goal ring, but the goal ring is actually in one of the 4 terminals that you have to activate for the hero mission. Now you might be wondering, wait, so if one terminal is the neutral mission and it takes like 4 to 5 minutes to get to that one terminal, does that mean this is a 20-minute mission? No, actually the dark mission is the one that takes 20 minutes. Anyway though, no, basically you spend a couple minutes at the start of Mad Matrix getting to the blue terminal actually, and when you get to the blue terminal, it ejects you to a larger area, as you're about to see, that takes you to the other 3 colored towers. The red one is the one that has the goal ring. So I guess technically you actually can run by 2 terminals to get to the neutral goal ring mission. And you have to do 2 more to get the hero mission. I think I did the hero mission in about 8 to 9 minutes in the no commentary long play I did. The second part of it, obviously the second pass. Neutral mission usually takes maybe 5 to 6 minutes, and that's if you're not particularly fast, and I wasn't particularly fast. I think I wanted to take my time here, mostly because I wanted to show off the map a little bit. So you might be wondering what the dark mission entails. There are 30 bombs? Dark bombs or something like that? What was the name? Black Doom? Oh, yeah, Black Doom created. And you have to touch all of them because that's the dark mission. You have to trigger all of the bombs. Which, by doing so, puts you back on the neutral path, so it's like, whatever. You'll go to Iron Jungle, so, you know. You have to do a terrible mission to get to a decent level. It's funny how things work out in that regard, but the reason that the dark mission is so bad is because there are 30 bombs, and it takes an eternity to navigate all of the branching paths in this gigantic map to get to all of those 30 bombs. Does that mean it's a hard mission? Technically, no, it is not a hard mission. it is just a long and drawn out one. But if it makes you feel better, you're probably guaranteed to get an A rank because the time bonus is obviously not going to matter very much in a mission that takes, on average, 15 to 20 minutes to clear. At any rate, I guess I took my time a little bit, but we're fixing to head to the Red Tower, and that's where the goal ring is. So, if you just want to do the neutral mission and be on your merry way, you'll still be on the SemiHero path. You'll still get to the stage 6 of the SemiHero path. It's no big whoop, you know. Do the neutral path, be done with it. This is another one of those levels where the Eggman enemies are, well, they will count towards your dark energy if you defeat them. And, you know, there are Black Arms aliens here, so they'll obviously add to your hero meter, so, you know. But thinking about it is, if you're doing the dark mission, you're probably not gonna defeat a lot of Eggman's robots, so, you know. But if you're doing the hero mission, you know, but there's not that many Black Arms aliens in this level, though. That's the thing. So you really just have to be as fast as possible, which for the hero mission is not very possible, let me tell you. Actually, it looks like I'm going to get to the goal ring in under 5 minutes. I could have sworn it took longer. But yeah, the goal ring is at the bottom and the red terminal is above it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's something like that. Also, Mad Matrix's music is a banger. I don't know if I said that already, but I should say it now. It's so good that I decided to use it for one of the musical fevers, actually, over Digital Circuit, because it would have been a little redundant to have 2 songs from the same game. Or rather, 2 songs from the same game that are both the same theme. Then again, I'm pretty sure I may have done that once before in Musical Fever, but that was a long time ago in Session 1. Session 2 is a different direction. Alright, though, we got a boss after this. Gee, I wonder who it could be.
What a waste of my time. Perfect.
So, I see you sneaky rats are back again, huh?
Damn, we've been detected.
Doctor, please tell me. I need to know about my past. Who am I? What am I doing here?
Are you still wondering who you are, Shadow? There's nothing to tell, Shadow. You have no past.
What?
Don't listen to him. He's just trying to trick you. You've got to focus. Destroy him and let's get out of here.
Oh, you little sneaky thief. I'll smash you to pieces.
So say hello to the Egg Breaker. Again, I believe this is the 3rd time, because we did 1 in Cryptic Castle, 1 in Iron Jungle. Wait, was there 1 in Iron Jungle? My memory's blanking on that one. Anyway, though, this is probably the hardest one of the 3, but it's still not really difficult. Apparently, being in the digital space, Eggman's digital space, the Egg Breaker gets a buff, I guess. This is also the boss battle that has the infamous, you know what they say, the more the merrier line, which he doesn't spam right away in the fight that I do, but he spams it toward the later half. Alright, though, just get a Egg Blaster weapon. If you run out of the Egg Blaster, the rocket launchers are an okay backup, I suppose, but the blasters are just faster. But you have to go out of your way to get the blasters in this fight. I guess that's what makes this harder, technically. As you can see, the rocket launchers seem to be, yeah, they don't seem to be, they don't do as much damage as they should, considering they're rocket launchers, you know? You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, alright, that's gonna be it. See you guys for stage 5, whatever that is.
I have no past. What do you mean by that, Doctor? Perfect.
What's up, Shadow?
Not you again.
Nice to see you too. Looks like those black creatures are headed out to space. We're on our way to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too.
Ark.
Come on, let's roll. Next stop, the Ark.
Space colony. Ark. This place. So familiar. But why? This is where Maria? Died?
Ah, yeah, bring it on. Looks like the party's getting started. Time to rock and roll. You up for this, Shadow?
Well, it was inevitable that we would cross paths with Sonic on any sort of hero path, I would say. So welcome to Space Gadget, which may or may not be a reference to the level Crazy Gadget from Sonic Adventure 2, even though aesthetically it's much more similar to levels like Final Rush or Final Chase instead. Alright, though, this level is another one of those levels where every mission is tolerable one way or the other. Although I don't really have much experience with the Dart mission, which involves destroying 5 of the green satellites. Based on what I saw when I did both this neutral mission and the hero mission, though, it doesn't seem like it's very tough to do at all. So, that's nice. Yeah, this is probably one of the better Stage 5s. Then again, Air Fleet is a Stage 5, and that's a really fun stage, so, I don't know. I guess that one does kind of drag, though. This one's a lot shorter. Even the Dart mission, I don't think, takes that long. But there is a little bit of weirdness in that the neutral mission and the hero mission are essentially the same thing, but the hero mission is basically get to the goal ring with the Chaos Emerald in less than 5 minutes. And it's possible to get there in less than 4 minutes, fairly easily in my experience, especially because if you're doing the hero mission, or the neutral mission really, you have no excuse not to build up your hero meter and spam Chaos Control. And by spam, I mean maybe you'll be able to use it one time if you're thorough enough, which, if you're doing the neutral mission, you probably shouldn't dawdle too much, because the only score that matters in the neutral mission is the time bonus. Which is weird, because since this is the neutral mission, by the way, I'm going out of my way to get this key, because why not? I have to waste time anyway, so why not go for the key even though I wound up not being able to get the key. Some of the keys in Shadow the Hedgehog are kind of oddly placed, and it's very likely you're not going to find all of the keys without referencing a guide at least a couple times, but it's not like you get a lot of good for getting all the keys anyway, so I don't bother to show that off. It's bad enough that I went out of my way to make sure I got all A ranks, okay? I had to redo some stages to do that. And I already have to redo stages a bunch in Shadow the Hedgehog, so, you know, it was testing my patience on a game that I never really considered to be all that terrible. Honestly, I think I've already said this, but I see this as a Mega Man X6 situation rather than a Mega Man X7 situation or a Spyro that entered the Dragonfly situation, which is definitely Sonic 06. To its E. At any rate, though, Space Gadget is a rather simple level. If you're going for the hero mission, build up your hero meter. There's a decent amount of Black Arms enemies here to do that, thankfully. Spam Chaos Control as much as you can. Again, it's probably only going to be one time, but still. You do that, and you can get to the goal ring in under 4 minutes fairly easily. Since I'm doing the neutral mission, though, to stay on the semi-hero path, funnily enough, if you do the hero mission, you'll be back on the pure hero path, which we'll be talking about next time. And it's going to be longer, because I actually have a Stage 2 to show off in that one, so yeah, for better or for worse on that. No, actually, now think about it, I think I'd show off the hero mission of Listopolis, too. So, yeah, that'll be a true return to form, because it's actually been a minute for me since I started recording these Shadow the Hedgehog Let's Plays. At any rate, though, be careful about how you time your Chaos Control, because sometimes you'll be stopped by the weirdest things. thankfully you can use it on the grind rail, and this pretty much takes you to the goal ring, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, thankfully Chaos Control starts to go on autopilot, and also does weird stuff like that after a point. So, yeah, you just go to the goal ring, and unfortunately, I still have a minute to kill, so I think I let the dialogue play out, and I just skip ahead in the editing. So, anything else that I have to say about Space Gadget? It's a decent level, and considering you do the neutral mission of Mad Matrix to get here, or the hero mission of Sky Troops, or the dark mission of, yeah. Anyways, stage 6 next time.
The Ark. Will I ever find the rest of my memories here? Perfect. Damn it! What does it all mean? These memories, the doctor's actions and words. Nothing makes sense. Was it real?
It's been a long time, Shadow.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
I know you, Shadow the Hedgehog. You killed everyone I loved. My family, Maria. I've been waiting all my life for this day.
What? Me? And Maria?
Maria was like a sister to me. She was the only family I knew. And because of you, she was killed. Witnessing it all, the plan to create that horrifying evil creature. That black creature and that insane professor who unleashed it all.
So, the professor created me with Black Doom?
You don't fool me! It's not just about Maria. Thanks to you, everyone I knew and loved was killed when the Ark was destroyed. Worst of all, my family! Finally, justice is served!
If what you say is true, then I will respectfully accept my fate.
You mean to tell me that you really don't remember a thing?
But I just need some time to uncover the real truth.
Interesting. Got a little backstory on the gun commander there. Still don't know his name. Apparently that might have been revealed in one of the Sonic comics, but wasn't revealed in the game he made his first appearance in, so. Welcome to Cosmic Fall, the SemiHero Stage 6, so this would be before. This could be the first path you do. It wasn't for me. I think I already told the story about my first Stage 6, and that's actually going to be in the next part. But Cosmic Fall is, I would say it's about on par with the Gun Fortress or Black Comet in terms of length. It's a pretty long stage, actually, and it can be kind of tough, because the gimmick of Cosmic Fall is that for a lot of the, not all of the level, but for a good chunk of it, you're going to be platforming over constantly falling chunks of the Space Colony Ark, which is a pretty cool concept, don't get me wrong. On a conceptual level, I think this is one of the more interesting levels in the game, to be sure. But on a gameplay level, it is kind of held back a little bit because of the structure. And since this is a Stage 6, there is no neutral mission, but there is a goal ring mission. So, it's a good thing that there is a goal ring mission, but, wait. I just realized something. The dark mission is the goal ring mission, and this is the SemiHero path. We're not doing the dark mission. Oh, no. We're doing the hero mission. And you're probably wondering what the hero mission entails. Because if it's not the goal ring mission, what could it possibly be? Is it defeat a specific number of Black Arms aliens? Is it get to the goal within a time limit, even though there is a time limit regardless, and the time limit is 15 minutes, which even for the longest mission is insanely generous? The mission involves, well, I don't think it's going to be said because I don't pause the game, but we need to find something called the computer room. And our partner for this endeavor is Vector the Crocodile. Sonic X era Vector the Crocodile, whose voice acting can be aptly described as probably unintentionally hilarious. Because, okay, it's not going to stop and do the thing with Vector, but basically, his most famous quote ever, regardless of the generation of Sonic games, is, "Find the computer room!" That was my last-minute interpretation of that voice, because it actually is one of my favorite lines in the series, just because of how unintentionally hilarious it is. And it's not spammed, unless you pause the game and constantly keep going to Vector's icon on the pause menu. So it's not like a Flame Hyanard and Mega Man X7 situation where you have to hear him spam, "Burn! Burn to the ground! Burn! Burn to the..." No, it's not one of those situations, thankfully. So it's a line of dialogue that you optionally can listen to, but it's hilarious, so you probably will want to listen to it. I'm sure most people ran into it because they felt the need to pause the game one way or the other. But basically what I said about this level's concept being platforming across falling platforms, yeah, that pretty much sticks for the majority. There are sections where you're back inside of the Ark, like in Space Gadget. In fact, this level is a really logical follow-up to Space Gadget, matter of fact. Actually, there is, I just remembered, I think it's a Stage 5. We're going to do that on the Hero Path. That can also potentially lead to Cosmic Fall if you just do the neutral mission of that level. I think it's Lost Impact, actually, is what it's called. I know I'm spoiling it a little bit, but that's going to be the next episode, so it's not really that much of a spoiler. And yes, because it's the pure Hero Path, I'm going to be doing the Hero mission of Lost Impact. Well, oh man. Thankfully, when it comes to Shadow the Hedgehog, you don't have to do all of the annoying missions to get to the true ending. You have to do 10 playthroughs of the game, yes. They take about an hour each, but at the end of the day, there are missions you can skip. Of course, you could also just do the same path 2 times each time. That's boring, and it means you're going to have to replay the game if you want to unlock all of the A rings. So, I tried my best to cover as many unique missions as I could between the 2 long play videos that I did. Obviously, for the Let's Play, we're just going to worry about the first pass, and the last story is going to get its own dedicated episode. So, you know, we'll deal with that minefield when it comes. But, yeah, there's this section here that's kind of annoying because you have to wait on a very slow moving platform to get back above ground because there are laser beams shooting from above, and they'll knock you down to the floor. I'm going to assume that the main reason this level is long is because of the fact you have to go by the levels. There's the goal ring right there, so you see, you can do this level in under 6 minutes, which for a Stage 6 is fairly reasonable. But to find the computer room, find that damn computer room, Shadow, or I'm gonna chop you in half, because I'm Vector Crocodile. Yeah, we still got another 2 to 3 minutes added on. But at least we get to use the mech from Sky Troops, so that's pretty cool. But, yeah, the levels you do, the missions you do to access Cosmic Fall are the Hero mission of Iron Jungle, the Neutral mission of Space Gadget, or the Neutral mission of Lost Impact. There is no Dark mission there. It's like the Ark. The level called the Ark that we did in the Pure Dark Path, if I'm not mistaken. Again, guys, it's been a minute for me. I think it's been like a week or 2 since I recorded the last episode. In terms of uploading, for all I know, this could go up the day after the last episode, so that'll be an interesting move with Flash for some people, sure. By the way, here's the Artificial Chaos returning from Sonic Adventure 2. Get used to them because we're not done dealing with them, because they play a pivotal role in Lost Impact. That's all I'm going to say on that front, let me tell you. But Yeah, going for the computer room as on 2 to 3 minutes. You're doing more of the same that you did prior to the goal ring. So, yeah, falling down the platform, dealing with Vector the Crocodile.
Finding the computer room!
Dang it. I will say, though, I intentionally played it in a way where I could pass by each of the 3 Chaotix members. While Charmy's voice is annoying and you can't really spin that in a hilarious way, I find, Espio's voice is generally solid even in the Sonic X era. Vector's voice, though, is unintentionally hilarious, but it could be annoying for some people. I don't see how, because again, arguably his most annoying line is technically optional, as you have to pause the game to listen to it. So, that would be your fault, first of all. But yeah, you grab that missile, and then we go down here. I guess you gotta keep grabbing some rockets. Not missiles, rockets. Are we gonna get to the computer room in under 8 minutes? Yeah, look.
Hey, look! It's the computer room! Our savior!
Speaking of which, we're fixing to fight, Black Doom. So that's gonna be interesting.
Bingo! The computer room!
For what reason do I exist? The answers are just up ahead. Perfect.
What is this defiance?
Black Doom, I need to know the truth. Am I the one the humans refer to as the evil one? Tell me. I need to know.
It is true. I created you. You are a part of me.
Hey, Shadow! You okay?
If that's true, then I'll have to accept my responsibilities for my crimes. I will avenge the victims who died aboard the Ark on that tragic day.
The humans seem to have convinced you with this absurdity. Therefore, I have no choice but to kill you too. Those humans have brainwashed you and your feeble mind.
Alright, so this is going to be our first instance of fighting against Black Doom. I believe when we run into him again in the Pure Hero Path, I believe I cut that fight out, just like I did with Sonic and Diablon, for obvious reasons. I do like the backdrop here for Black Doom a little bit more. Obviously, his backdrop for the next level is probably going to be the Black Comet on the Pure Hero Path. I don't know. I'm just making an educated guess here. But his fight is actually pretty simple. I would say in terms of difficulty and complexity, it's definitely... It's weird because Egg Dealer does have a gimmick, but I consider Egg Dealer to be the easiest of the 3 final bosses because you can defeat it in under 2.5, 3 minutes. Black Doom is similar. If you know what you're doing, like I'm doing here, build up your hero meter, and when you do, you'll have infinite ammo as long as you have hero meter. Use the infinite ammo to utterly destroy Black Doom. Something you can do with other bosses, but it's not quite as easy. Oh wow, he's already dead. That presents a problem. That's gonna end this episode, guys. See you next time for the Pure Hero Path. It's not gonna be any Vector though, sorry, sadly.
This is what I must do for my atonement. Perfect. Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, this isn't over yet. The Black Arms will rise again.
I am Shadow the Hedgehog, a research experiment gone deadly wrong. I've caused so much destruction. I should never have been created. This is who I am.
Hey, don't go there! Yet, things may not be what they seem. You could be